A warm welcome back to my channel. At Cyber Technology, I show you how to stay vigilant, question the signs, and never trust blindly. In cybersecurity, survival belongs to those who adapt, learn, and act. Good luck on your journey. May you always spot the predator before it strikes. The jungle is quiet, too quiet. In a dark server room, there's a single red blink. A network administrator, let's call him Alex, stares at his screen. Something is wrong. Deep in the digital wilderness of his corporate network, a phantom is moving. Logs show two devices with the exact same identity are active in two different locations at once. It's like seeing your own footprint beside an identical one. A sign of a predator, a ghost in the machine. This isn't a glitch, it's a hunt which is silent, invisible, and already inside the camp. Your survival depends on spotting these unnatural signs before it's too late. Alex feels a cold sweat. He checks the security cameras. Nothing. He checks physical access logs. All clear. Yet the network traffic tells a different story. A trusted device, the laptop of his chief financial officer, appears to be accessing sensitive payroll files. The CFO is in a board meeting, her laptop dormant. The other device, the clone, is causing havoc. It's a classic survival scenario. You think you're safe in your shelter. A predator mimics your tribe, luring you into a false sense of security. A digital doppelganger moves with purpose, actions precise, devastating, not wandering, mapping the terrain, identifying valuable assets, preparing to extract them. Alex is racing against time. Every second he investigates is another second the intruder plunders. In the wild, hesitation is fatal. Assess the threat, understand its nature, act decisively. A master of disguise, using the network's own rules against it, turning trust into a weapon. The mystery deepens. How can one device be in two places at once? The answer: a piece of digital identity, a unique code, a digital fingerprint. This identifier is the key to the kingdom. The attacker forged a perfect copy. They have cloned the MAC address. For Alex and for you, understanding this tactic is not academic. It's a core survival skill. Every creature in the wild has its own unique track. A lion's paw print is different from a hyena's. In the digital jungle, every device has its own track, its own unique identifier. This is called the Media Access Control Address or MAC address. Think of it as a serial number burned into the network card of your computer, your phone, your printer, anything that connects to a network. It's a 48-bit number, usually written in hexadecimal format like you see on the screen. It's supposed to be permanent, assigned by the manufacturer. This digital fingerprint is crucial on a local network, home Wi-Fi or office LAN. When you send data, it needs a destination. IP is like a postal address that can change. The MAC address is like your name. The switch acts like a postman. It keeps a table of MAC addresses and ports, directing traffic so a message for your laptop doesn't end up on your smart TV. Without MAC addresses, a LAN would be chaos, shouting into a crowded cave. The MAC table brings order, mapping the local terrain. But any system built on a single point of trust is a potential vulnerability. That permanent fingerprint, it's just a setting in software. And like any setting, it can be changed. This is the critical weakness. Most operating systems let you override or spoof your MAC. Legitimate uses exist, like testing network configurations, but it also opens a door for predators. Change the fingerprint and you can impersonate any other creature in the jungle. So, what is MAC cloning? It's the art of digital mimicry. A scorpion disguising itself as a harmless beetle. The attacker listens to the network, identifies a target, and changes their device's MAC to match. They literally clone its identity. To the switch, the attacker becomes indistinguishable from the legitimate device. It's simple, brutal, and effective, exploiting fundamental trust. First, get onto your local network through an unsecured Wi-Fi access point or by plugging into an open Ethernet port. Once inside, reconnaissance by using sniffing tools. Wireshark, TCP dump, like watching quietly at a water hole. They hunt high-value targets such as server, admin laptop, CFO computer, and capture the MAC of a trusted device. Then the cloning begins. Just simple OS commands change the NIC's MAC. On Linux, it's just a few terminal commands. Execute and broadcast the stolen identity. The switch may update its table and reroute traffic to the attacker. Conflict arises. Two devices claiming one identity. The attacker might flood the switch to kick the real user off or passively receive copies of data. Either way, they're inside the channel, ready to intercept or escalate. A masterclass in camouflage. The consequences are severe. A wolf in sheep's clothing inside the fold. Trusted by the network, the attacker can perform man in the middle, capturing logins, credit cards, and confidential secrets. They can bypass MAC-based ACLs and use the clone as a launchpad for deeper infiltration. So, how do you survive this? First, detection, monitor for MAC duplication, configure switches and needs to alert when the same MAC appears on multiple ports. The snapping twig in a silent forest. Regularly audit ARP tables and switch logs. Next, harden your defenses with port security, bind known MACs, limit counts, auto shutdown on violations. The hunt is over, but the lesson remains. In the digital wilderness, every network professional, especially those who are studying, must become an expert tracker. MAC cloning isn't just a theoretical threat, it's a real-world tactic that tests your ability to spot danger before it strikes. Let's recap the essentials for your toolkit. First, always remember that trust is a double-edged sword. The very protocols that enable smooth communication can be turned against you. That's why vigilance is your number one defense. Second, detection tools are your eyes and ears. Configure your network devices to alert on duplicate MAC addresses. Regular audits of logs and ARP tables aren't just busy work, they're the patrols that keep your digital camp safe. Third, enforce port security. Limit the number of MACs per switch port. Set up automatic responses when the unexpected happens. Automated defenses can mean the difference between a close call and a disaster. And finally, never underestimate the basics. Strong passwords, secure physical access, up-to-date patches all form the first line of defense. MAC cloning relies on finding a way in. Don't leave the door open. For students, understanding MAC cloning isn't just about passing the exam. It's about developing a mindset question what you see, trust but verify, and always be ready to act. The digital jungle is vast and ever-changing. With knowledge, vigilance, and the right tools, you can track the predators, protect your territory, keep your network secure. Stay sharp, stay safe, and remember, in cybersecurity, survival favors the prepared. Thank you for your support.